Good morning once again. I wish to welcome you to police headquarters and thank you once again for giving us the opportunity to put forward our messages, and you never get tired as the Fourth Estate. I just have only one message today which I want to share with you. The rest of the issues we shall be interacting with you as and when you raise them, or if you raise them today at the presser. The brief is about the video which ran on social media when you saw one of our own ASP Nsima Clive assaulting a female shop attendant.
That I'm ready, I'm parking. Can you have ever driven that car?
In Chanja.
You will now wait.
We took several forms of action as police as soon as we got that information. We arrested Clive, and after arresting him, he was detained in our police cells.
That I'm ready, I'm parking.
He was
Can you have ever driven
subjected to
that car?
disciplinary action.
You will now wait.
He appeared both
You fucking
on Tuesday and Friday of last week. They had not given me the formal, because I'm supposed to be given a formal brief on the court outcomes, but I am sure he has gone through that process and he has been given a chance to be listened to. The police will also give me a brief on the appropriate action which was taken out of court. Today, what I am quite sure of, because I had a briefing that he's appearing, either he has already entered the court or he's about to enter the court, but he's appearing to face criminal charges brought against him and that will be at the KCCA court.
That I'm ready, I'm parking. Can you have ever driven that car?
He will have appeared before court to serve or to answer to the criminal charges. And I will also be giving you the outcomes of the disciplinary proceedings. So what I wanted to give you was that brief, that what he did, I gave you, I think I shared with some media outlets. We condemned it. We could not go without saying something about it. It was totally against our disciplinary code, and the best we could do is to make sure that he faces both disciplinary charges as well as criminal charges. So the rest we shall leave the processes to take due course. Thank you. Pardon? Yeah, that's why I want to give a brief on the basis of a formal briefing also to me. On my table as the PRO, I do not have any formal statement as to the outcomes of the court. The court have not given me anything. I arrived from Mbarara today morning, so I have come direct to give you a brief here. Yes. Is that all? Njagala kubawa updates kubikwatagana n'omusirikale waffe omwalaba mu Katambi eyali alabwanga akuba omukyala mu dduuka erimu erya Shell. ASP Clive Nsima yayita mu kaguli ka kooti ya poliisi ku Lwokubiri ne Friday. Naye sentensi ye mbadde sinaba kufuna briefing kuva mu kooti ezamuyisaamu, naye bwe banampa briefing nja kugibaleetera nga bannamawulire n'abannayuganda ngibategeeze. Kyemanyiiko is that today nga ebya disciplinary obitadde ebbali, bagenda muteeka mu kaguli ka kooti mu luzungu ze tuyita criminal court, kubanga aweremba n'emisango gya poliisi ng'omupoliisi, naye ate waliwo n'emisango gy'aweremba nagyo ng'omunnayuganda eyatuusa obulabe oba we bakyuzinga nti yatuusa obulabe ku muntu omulala. Era wenjogerera leero we lunaagenda okuzibira ng'amaze okuyita mu kooti ya KCC. Ndowooza tudde just mu bibuuzo then tumalirize. Yes, we can begin with you.
Thank you for that good radio one. Last week when we were here, you mentioned of the arrangement of presidential candidates on the issue of having the national organizing committees who work with the police and then even other activities. How has been the week and how are you coordinating with them?
Okay. Yes. Yogeranye sibadde sikuwulira. Oh, carnival. Okay. Look, the deputy spokesperson of Kampala Metropolitan is around. So look, I guess you will give a brief about it. Sure. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Well, okay. Ndoguli can come in.
My name is Pierre Tampile. I work with the Chief Courts. Mine is in regards to the matter of the gentleman, the businessman, the guy who owned the car dealer, Chinisa, around the 21st. I'd love to know how did the police, can you explain how you used the ITMS, the system, to help support your investigation, and also how would you say that technology has changed the way police handles criminal cases?
Okay. I think let's have you lastly.
Yes, apparently, just inquiring about the progress of the investigation regarding the senior police officer in Masaka who was engaged in that sample.
Who is that? Oh,
That's the
okay. Okay, is that all? That's all. Let's have it at that. We could even begin from behind. Let's begin with you. The officer of Masaka, who is accused of having, the moment they give me an update on how far they have gone, I will bring it to you. At the moment, I don't have it. And I think it was a very impromptu question. I need to first call, get feedback. So at the moment, my apologies, I do not have any information. Then Ndugu from Chimp Reports is asking about the linkage or how ITMS could have been of use in the investigations in relation to the murder of the late Mutinisa, the car dealer. First and foremost is, of course, me as a police officer, I don't find it very healthy to discuss the details of the extent to which a certain technological input has helped in an investigation, because you would be unpacking how it works and give people an advantage on how to beat it. So it is usually not professional. Even if there was to be any person to volunteer that information, he would be making a mistake. There are certain investigative details which are supposed to be kept limited to spreading out to the general public. But even besides, for me to know, I would need to first read the file to know what exactly were the techniques used in apprehending the suspects. So those are details of an investigation. But at least, I guess you're on the same page with me that the suspects were apprehended, which is very, very crucial. Yes. Our colleague here has asked about the death of Agnes and the details. I will ask Luke to give an update about that. Then this other issue of which was raised by you still about Honorable Sise Namuju. Although when you are narrating, you again bring out something different, because you're saying she incites violence. Then she says that she will make sure that the NRM reclaims. Now, the whole idea about crime, let me give just a general statement. The most important thing about crime, if an offense, you have identified an offense, what you do, let there be somebody to complain. Let a complaint be raised against the person. Then we shall start from there as police. Because I do not have details of what exactly was done. And also when you were explaining, what I only picked is she said that NRM will have by all means to reclaim that constituency. What you do, let people complain against her and let investigations take the normal course of action. There are specific offenses reflected in our statute books and how the procedure can be initiated and completed. Yeah. Our courts of law are open, and they can receive anybody who has a complaint. Somebody here has talked about, he's giving us information that the girl changed her statement. By the girl, he means the lady who was assaulted in that matter which involves Speak Live. Me, I'm not aware, but you are. But I can only guide as a police officer. It could be maybe in the courts of law. I don't know where exactly, because there are two courts. There's the disciplinary, there is the criminal court. Either way, even if she changed it from the criminal court, police does not have powers to determine the course of or the fate of that case in the criminal courts. Because what we do, we charge the officer, we get the statements of the complainants, the complainant and her witnesses. We also extract a statement from the suspect, and we compile a file, take it to the DPP. The DPP comes up with an appropriate charge on the basis of the evidence on file. What comes after is purely outside the ability of police to give direction. But what we promised and what we have done, even when we got a lot of naysayers, we promised that the officer shall account for what he did. We also promised that the victim will get justice. If she chooses to give a fresh and different course of justice, it is within her ambit, and we do not have power to change it. If the victim wakes up one day and says, I've forgiven Clive, I doubt police can do much more than what it is doing. Yeah. Then when we go to the issue of the politicians, who are, I think he meant the presidential candidates, and that students are undergoing examination, but some playgrounds of schools have been earmarked for campaigns. That's why we told you that it is very crucial for a given candidate to meet with a number of stakeholders. When you are going to use a playground, you will realize that the school which has powers over that playground plays a crucial role in either giving it to you or not, depending on the assessment of to what extent you will interfere with the school program. 2, police and other agencies. So what I remember saying here earlier is that one thing we would love to see, and I think what is still giving us that silver lining of peace today, is the candidates and their organizing committees getting in touch with the all stakeholders, security inclusive, so that they map out the programs of the candidates. When a candidate is going to campaign, let's say 3 weeks from now, he may not have very clear predictions on what will happen at a given location when that time comes. But towards the campaign period, it's a matter of just meeting with these stakeholders. And we also expect the stakeholders to really give the candidate an audience and attention and even assistance, because they know the terrain better. If you are going to be in Koboko, you will find that the RDC in that area, the area DPC, the town clerk, if it is a school, those people know the terrain better than you. But you also have agents in that district, we presume. Once all those heads meet, they can always iron out. Don't forget, sometimes they even have disagreements, but those disagreements are healthy as long as they finally come out with a solution. So it answers, Ndugu, your fears. If a school will be engaged in an examination, you certainly cannot put a political rally in their play field. I guess even a candidate would tell that it is not possible before even is told. Yeah. Let's go to the issue of the carnival still Luke will come over. My brother asked about the presidential candidates. We have entered another week, although I've answered part of your concern, but I still give credit to week 2. We have so far gone so well. I said it here, and I repeat, we shall be having challenging moments, shouting matches. You see people on top of their voices. For us in security, we understand. We have been at it before. Even those politicians are not new in this game. They know how tense political activities are. They are very tense. Sometimes people almost reach the blink of losing their temperament and going very uncivil. But even our own officers sometimes are challenged. But where you are not, we are doing a lot of talking to them. We analyze the nature of actions they take. We do post-policing reviews and re-talk. So we are doing the talking, and talking, with the hope that we shall move this entire election cycle in peace, because it is in the best interest of everybody. We want to come out when people are saying you did your job and you tried as much as possible to be as professional, just as we expect the candidates to do the same. If you have to win and people say you really won out of through a very clean and peaceful process. So it is our expectation, and I guess it's the expectation of the politicians and the expectations of the electorate. So I guess I answer you. There were fake news which would come in. The other day they said Munyagwa, Honorable Munyagwa, a candidate, had been arrested. I refuted it because it was not true. But we shall keep engaging. Thank you very much. Kati ku bintu byemu raisins nga bannamawulire wano, eyo issue ya officer owa Masaka omukyala yalabikira mu Katambi. Nga bwenziza wano leero sifunye briefing yonna ku wa investigations wezaakoma, era sisobola kwogera kyesitayina. So eyo kyensobola okwogera. Then ku issue waliwo munnamawulire omulala abuuziza nti eno technology eya ITMIS yayamba etya mu kukwata omwami oyo abatta gundi abatta omwami we bayita Mutinisa. Mutinisa yali running business y'okutunda amamotoka. Kyembadde njagala ogamba nze kiri nti nyinza obutawa details. Eyo technology ekwatagana n'ebyokulondoola oba ye chips ze bateeka mu motoka ku number plates. Ekyo at least mukimanyi. Naye sinza genda mu buwanvu we bagikozesa na bagikozesa batya. Then n'ekirala sitera kuwagira ng'omupoliisi okuvaayo n'ototola buli kimu nga investigation bw'eba ekoleddwa, oba onafuya obukodyo bw'aba investigators engeri gye bakolamu emirimu gyabwe okukwasisa amateeka n'okulondoola ababbi oba n'abazigu be tuba tuyina. So ndugu ojja kunsonyiwamu kwako. Then ekikwatagana ne waliwo abuuziza ku kikwatagana n'ono omuwala we bayita Agnes we basse ne banyaga ne ssente wakyo ndugulu kajja kyogerako. Waliwo era munafa abuuziza nti Kurachi Honorable Sise Namuju agenda inciting a violence eyo gyali era nti alabikiddeko ne mu butambi obumu. Tujja kusaba bwe bawalina amuyinako okwemulugumya amuwaabire emisango gigende mu maaso, kubanga kati nganze nga bwe ntudde wano siyina obuna obutambi bweyogerako sinakubulaba mba netaga nembulabako naye ate shortcut esinga bwe bawaliwo alina obuzibu naye please kooti za Uganda ekirungi nzigule n'engeri gye tukwasaamu amateeka agakwatagana n'ebyokulonda nawo gyegali. Then waliwo agambye nti omuwala alabikira mu katambi ng'akubibwa MP omusirikale wa police Clive nti bayina amawulire nti yachenjize statement. Bw'asalawo okuchenjinga statement kiba kiri gyali as long as nga tebamukase. Ekizibu kwe kuwulira nti bamukase kijja awo kiba kibi nnyo. Ekirala police omulimu gwayo mu kino ekya Clive ayina just responsibilities bbiri. Esooka kumutwala nemuyisa mu mateeka gaayo era nga bwemba briefings. Ekyokubiri ku making sure nti file ye bagiprocessinga eya criminal ne bagitwala mu court. Era mbawadde brief nti leero bwe bunazibira Clive ajja kuba ayiseeko mu court and particularly court ya KCCA. Then waliwo agambye nti ba politicians tuwulira baagala kukozesa ebisaawe by'omupiira oba ebisaawe by'okuzanyiramu eby'amasomero naye ate ebibuuzo nabyo bigenda mu maaso. Awo ne mbagamba nti kyova olaba twabagamba nti ekifo kyonna ekigenda okukozesebwa kiba kyetaaga nga tiimu organizingira politician oyo ne tiimu zaffe za security n'abalala bonna abalina stakes mu kuorganizinga engeri elections gye zitambulamu mu districts omwo babeetaaga okukwataganira wamu. Era bwe bakwataganira wamu tetufuna buzibu bwonna era kye tusaba kiri kimu kye baba bakola. Tusuubira nti naawe politician nomala omanya nti abaana mu class muli balikola exams si kiwa nti oyinza okuleeta ebidongo n'otandika okukuba campaign. Era ne bw'okikola kiyinza obutalabika bulungi eri abantu b'oba oyogereramu. Era tusuubira nti ekyo tekijja kubaawo. Kanivo ndugu Luka ajja kugyogerako. Then issue ya ndugu gyaleese wano eya ba presidential candidates tutambudde kati tuli mu wiiki endala nti kitambudde kitya. Nze sofa message yange eri nti sofa tutambudde bulungi. Okusoomozebwa okwo kwonna kwe mulaba mukukirize kubanga fena wano twali mwana muto tulabye elections mu maaso eyo. Sofa tukyagezako okutambula bulungi ate tujja kutambulira ddala bulungi as long as nga security ba politicians n'abantu abalonzi bagondera amateeka. Wajja kubaawo okusoomozebwa omu babiri ojja kusanga ono alimenya etteeka lino naliri naye tujja kugezaako nnyo okulaba nti buli muntu tumutambuliza mateeka. Naffe kye tulyogezako okukola nga poliisi buli elections bwe ziggwa tugezaako kuanalyzinga nga bwe ziba zitambudde ne tuanalyzinga aba officers baffe engeri gye baba bakwaseemu enkuŋŋaana ezo. We tulaba errors tutera okudda emabega ne twogera nabo era okwogera okwo yes weewaawo tetubategeeza naye kungi kugenda mu maaso emabega mwe gye mutali. We tuba tetukoze bulungi nnyo mujja tusonyiwamu kubanga naffe tuli bantu naye kye twagala kwe kulaba nti kano akalulu tukayitamu nga tekaliimu kukosebwa ku sayidi yonna. Tetwagala tuwulire nti ate omupoliisi bamukubye ate babakubye amayinja nti ate poliisi yasudde tear gas. Tugezeeko ffenna okulaba nti twefuga naye nga ekintu kiri kimu kulaba nti tusigazaawo enjogerezeganya kubanga si nti buli kimu ky'oba otambuza naffe kye tuba twagala naye at least if we maintain conversations tujja kutambuza. Then ndoza kyekyo Munzikirize njite Luke ajje atambuze ebiddako. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Good morning. We had 2 activities running through last week. You're all aware we had the Uganda Manufacturers Association exhibition that started on the 2nd, and I can confirm that it ended peacefully yesterday, the 12th. We did not register any incidents that are really major in nature. Of course, some arrests were made. We did register some people who were reporting pickpocketers within the premises. We made a few arrests. Some within that week were taken to court. Others were released because of lack of evidence. And I would like to say we did not register any life-threatening incident, whether a fire, accidents, loss of children. We did not register all that. Because as you're aware, this activity also engages schools, and usually we do register cases where children get lost, but this time around, we didn't have such incidents. So it went on peacefully. Then over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, we had the KCCA festival. I want to also confirm that we did not register any major incident. Well, I think since it's the first of its kind after a long time, we did not have a lot of people engaging in it. So we didn't have issues of overcrowding, and the activity was generally peaceful. The roads were cut off. The routes where the parade was moving towards was also very safe, and at the different stages where activities were held, there was no major incident. So we made a few arrests, but really they're just security arrests on suspicion of committing crimes and all that. So the activity was also safe and was managed to end very well. There are 2 incidents we are investigating. One is of a student. On the 10th, or rather on the 9th of October, at Chikumbi Zone Machinje Sabagabo in Wakiso, we found a body of by then it was unidentified female. She was found lying between 2 homes. This matter was reported to us by the LC one chairperson. Our team of detectives from Katwe Police went towards the scene and found the victim, a female juvenile. Now, she had a lot of scratches. There is suspicion that she was sexually abused before the fact, and later on strangled. An investigation was done. It is something that caused panic within the area, and I want to confirm that we have managed to identify the victim as Namata Faith, a 17-year-old student of Chitebi Secondary School. And in the investigations we did, we managed to arrest 2 suspects. One is Kakande. One is Kakande Jeremiah. The information we have is that he's the boyfriend to the deceased, and Kato Muhammad, who is also a boda rider. So we are trying to piece up all this information, understand what exactly happened, who exactly is behind this heinous act of murder, and we shall be giving you details on the occurrences. The suspects were arrested yesterday, and they are currently detained at Katwe Police Division. Then also the incident where you asked Afande of a lady. This incident, we received the first information on Thursday last week from the nearby hospital, that is TMR. The team there informed the police at Chira Division that they had received a body. I think people who are first responders rushed to the victim, who was later on identified as Aggie. Many people call her Aggie, Namompa, but she's Agnes. Rushed her to the nearby hospital, which is TMR. The incident is believed to have happened at Oryx Naria. As you get off the roundabout of Naria, the roundabout of Ntinda, Naria, as you climb up, there is an Oryx on the left. It is alleged that while she was on a motorcycle with her known motorcycle rider, this is a rider who has been picking her from work and taking her back home, they were attacked by two motorcycles. Now, the two motorcycles, one trying to distract the other rider in front, and another had a passenger who tried to pull her bag. It is believed that these riders came following them, and when they reached an area, we all know that area has quite some jam, some traffic jam. They seized the opportunity to try to pull the bag. Now, the fact that the bag had money and phones, according to eyewitnesses, whom we managed to record statements from, state that there was resistance and a lot of force was used by the riders. The other riders, who are the thugs, she unfortunately, with her rider, fell off the motorcycle. But the bag was not taken. She kept on holding on to it. Now, these thugs sped off and ran away. Now, first responders rushed her to a nearby hospital, which is TMR. But according to the doctors there, say that she had already succumbed to the injuries she sustained. Now, the police was informed. We sent a team of investigators at the scene very early in the morning, recorded statements, because the incident happened in the evening, recorded statements. And right now, what we are doing is to trace her movements from where she works from in Ntinda and to where the body was conveyed to City Mortuary Mulago, and I believe you're all aware that a burial has already happened. We managed to get a post-mortem, and an investigation is ongoing. We shall give you more details as soon as there is news of the arrest of the suspects who are behind this act. One of the things that I can say is that we are going to put permanent deployment at that stretch because it usually causes a lot of jam with the schools around and a lot of routes that go off. We have realized that there has been a spike in crime along that stretch of Naria, where phones are grabbed from vehicles, and now a new twist of border riders picking from passengers who are also on borders or on foot. So there's going to be a permanent deployment of officers along that stretch to help ease up and reduce the crime that has been seen popping up recently. Muluganda, sabiti ewedde tubadde n'ebikujjuko bibiri ng'ekimu gubadde mwoleso ogwategekeddwa aba Uganda Manufacturers Association wali ku Ume Lugogo, era njagala bategeeza nti omwoleso ogwo gwatandika ng'ennaku z'omwezi 2 era nga gwawedde ennaku z'omwezi 12 olunaku lwajjo. Gwatambudde bulungi nga njagala bategeeza ffe nga police tetwafunye misango gy'amaanyi egiyinza okuba nti gye tuyita egyandibadde egy'obulabe eri abantu. Tetwafunye bantu baloopa nti babuliddwako baana, era tewafunye misango omuli emiriro, wabula twajja tukola ebikwekweto munda awali ebikujjuko ne mu bitundu ebyetooloddwa ebiriraanyeewo nga we tuli wano Enaggulu, Erugogo n'ebirala ne Nakawa, era ng'abantu ab'enjawulo bajja bakwatibwa mu bikwekweto bino omuli okuba nti nno bateebereza okubeera abamenyi b'amateeka, ng'abamu bajja basunsulwa nga bateebwa, era nga waliwo ennamba entono eyatwalibwa mu kkooti mu makkati ga wiiki eyo. Abamu nga basangibwa n'ebiragalalagala, abamu nga baali bateebereza okuba nti nno beenyigidde mu bumenyi bw'amateeka oba okubba amasimu. Ng'oggyeko ekyo tetwafunyeeyo misango mirala gyonna gy'amaanyi, era nga twasobodde okumala emikolo gino nga tewali muntu yenna afunye ekizibu nnyo ky'amaanyi. Ku lunaku olw'omukaaga ne Sande twabadde ne festival eya KCCA gye njagala okukakasa nti nayo yagenze bulungi nga tewali muntu n'omu afunye buzibu bw'amaanyi. Of course abatabulamu be abasiiwufu b'empisa abaagala okwenyigira mu bikolwa eby'okunyakula amasimu. Twakutteyo abantu naye si bangi, tebasukka nnyo bantu 10, era nga nabo tukyagenda mu maaso n'okubeetegereza olunaku olwaleero okulaba nti either abamu basunsulwa ne bateebwa, aba ne bongezebwayo mu mbuga z'amateeka. So parade wonna we yatambulidde tewali yafunye kabenje, tewali yafunye kizibu kyonna, ne wabadde stage ez'enjawulo tetwafunyewo kizibu kyonna, era twebaza abo bonna abasobodde okuba nti ne bakyetabamu. Oba oli awo nti obutafuna nnyo misango nga festivals endala ezasooka edda, tuyinza okuba twakyesigamye nti abantu tebabadde bangi nnyo nga we gwali emyaka edda egyayita. So naye ffe nga poliisi twabadde beetegefu okukuuma enamba yonna eyandibadde ejja okwenyigira mu festival. So embeera bwetyo bwe yagenze. Waliwo ettemu lye tuli mu kunoonyerezaako ekyenjawulo ekituleetedde olyogerako nti lyabaddemu omuyizi wa myaka 17. Ng'ennaku z'omwezi 9 twafuna amawulire nti waliwo muwala oba essaawa ezo twali tumanyi mukyala yali asangiddwa ng'atemuddwa mu bitundu bya Kikumbi zone mu Makindye Ssaabagabo mu Wakiso. Kunoonyereza kwe twakoze twakizudde nti omuno gwe twali tumanyi nti mukyala mwana wa myaka 17 era nga muyizi ku Kitebi Secondary School. Gambibwa okuba nti nno yatemulwa mu ngeri y'okuba nti nno twamusangako enkwagulo ku bulago, era okusinziira ku banoonyereza balaga ayinza okuba nti yatugibwa. So okunoonyereza kukyagenda mu maaso, naye ng'essaawa zino tulina abakwate 2. Essaawa zino bali ku poliisi yaffe y'e Katwe kuba yeri mukola okunoonyereza. Kuno nga kwe kuli Kakande Jeremiah ng'ono agambibwa okuba nti abadde muganzi w'omugenzi boyfriend, ne Kato Mohamed ng'ono abadde muvuzi wa boda. So tuli mu kunoonya bujulizi bwa njawulo kumanya ki ekyatuukawo, ani yali yabadde emabega w'ekikolwa kino, era tujja bba tubategeeza wanaaba waliwo ekipya. Olw'okuno olwa sabbiiti ewedde twafuna kye twandiyise mu mbeera ey'okugezaako okunyagulula omuntu, akabenje kaatuukawo, era omukyala Agnes Namumpa ng'ali n'omugobawo ku pikipiki. Baava ku pikipiki, omukyala ono Agi n'akuba omutwe wansi, era olwali okumutuusa mu ddwaliro n'afa. Poliisi y'Ekira Division yategeezebwa eddwaliro eryali lifunye omuntu ono yali addusiddwa ku ddwaliro lyabwe okuba nti nno ataasibwa, eddwaliro TMR, era ky'omukisa omubi nti yatuukayo amaze kukola ki kuba nti assa ogw'enkomerero. Bategeezako poliisi ne tutandika okunoonyereza era omubiri ne tugutwala mu ggwanika e Mulago ne tutandika okuba nti ne tufuna statement. Statement ze twafuna n'obujulizi bwe twafuna ku bamanyi Agi n'abakola naye balaga nti omukyalo ono agambibwa okuba nti no yalina ssente mu nsawo n'essimu era ng'abazigu bano bagambibwa okuba nti no bajja bamugoberera kuva Entinda w'akolera olwali okutuuka mu kifo awo kuliraana Oryx Enaalya nga wakava mu roundabout watera obeerawo kajjaamu essaawa ez'akawungeezi ne bakozesa akakisaako kumusikako ensawo era naye n'alema n'asigala ng'aginywezezza era baagezaako okukozesa eryanyi bano ne bagwa. Jjukira kaba kasozi. So bombi bano baagwa, omugoba wa piki ne Agi era ne bafuna ebisago eby'amaanyi olwali okumutuusa mu ddwaliro wali nga baliwo n'agaabwe batukakasiza ddala nti bano tebasobola kutwala kintu kyonna abaali babagoba. Oluvannyuma lwali olw'okugwa badduka. So okunoonyereza okuliwo kwakwetegereza kamera nkessi okutambula engeri omugenzi n'omugoba gye baatambulamu kumanya baani abaali babagoberera era ebitongole ebisinga mu security ensonga eno bigitutte nnyo n'amaanyi bitandise okuba nti no biginoonyerezaako okumanya baani abali emabega w'ekikolwa kino. Obubbi buno bubadde bukendeeredde ddala naye tutandise okuddamu obulaba naddala ku stretch eyo eya Naalya butera obubeerawo era kyenjagala okukakasa nti poliisi mu kitundu ekyo egenda teekawo deployment eri permanent ku makubo naddala mu kaseera aka traffic jam kuba abazigu bangi bakozesa akakisaako okunyagulula abantu abatambula abali mu mamotoka ate kati bataddeko n'okunyagulula abantu abali ku mapiki. So kunoonyereza kukyagenda mu maaso era tujja batwabulira ebisingako baana bawaliwo ekipi.